Hi everyone, so I'm back with week 28 and this is the 10th of July until the 16th of July, and this is purely a week of us on holiday because we went to Corfu in Greece on the Sunday and we weren't back until the next Sunday. So this whole week we are in Corfu. So I've just printed off the best bits of the holiday, or like the one sort of photo from each day that we did, just for the highlights. Obviously I will be doing a full travel album, so I don't need to go into too much detail, but obviously I wanted to include it in the project life because otherwise, I don't like to miss out weeks just because I'm on holiday and I'm doing my own album for that. I want it to be chronological and in order. So yeah. So anyway, I've got the backside of Design E, and obviously from the previous layout, there's a lot of colourful paper from the paper that I used. So obviously I will be covering all of that bits and pieces up. And I'm just using a cheap paper pad from the works to use as my background paper. I think it's called like Colourful Patterns or something. And I'm using the Endless Summer stickers and cut aparts from the Echo Park collection from this year for all the embellishments and things. So the first photos I have that's going to go in the top right corner is of our alarms and of Manchester Airport, the departure sign. Oh, God, it was honestly the most stressed I've ever been. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see I did upload stories for this trip, which you'll recognise these photos from. But honestly, it was the most stressed I've ever been. We generally nearly missed our flight because of security. We had dropped our bags the night before, so we thought, no, we're fine. We'll get there for 4 o'clock. We've got 2 hours to get through security. And it just took so long. As I said, we got to the gate at 5:45 and our gate was supposed to close at 5:15. So, if they were going to close the gate as they were supposed to, we would have missed our flight. So it was insane. It was just, the queues were so long at that time in the morning. I didn't expect it to be, because when we travelled before, yeah, it was long, but it wasn't this long. So anyway, we nearly missed our flight, but we was on it. So that was the main thing. So I wanted to put some journaling there because obviously it's quite a big story that I wanted to sort of put in my memory for, future reference. So I wanted to make sure I could write something down for this. So I'm just looking through all the cut aparts. And because there's not many bits that you can journal on, I decided to cut out a little 3x4 card that had space to journal on, just so I could, write somewhere. But I didn't want to block out too much of the photos and the page, so that's why I cut it out and make it into like a little label tag thing. And the washi tape that I'm going to be using for this collection, there's 2 there, but I'm actually going to use 1, and it's of these little oranges and lemons, I think they are. I don't know what, I think they might be oranges, but I just like, because there's quite a bit of yellow on this layout, so I was able to use my yellow washi tape. So yes, I'm just going to stick that there, and I put some washi tape at the top alongside a little sticker that says just chill, which was completely opposite of what I actually felt, but I really tried to channel my inner, don't panic, don't worry, you're going to be fine. We spoke to numerous people that worked there and they said, don't worry, you're not going to miss your flight. But when 2 hours in security, they pushed us to the front of the queue, and then the conveyor belts went down. Joe was on one side of security, I was on the other, didn't know what to do. The gate was literally about to, close as sense. But yeah, stressful. So yeah, and I just use a little flower just to stick at the top there. And that's all I'm going to do on that pocket. The photo that's going to go down on the bottom left, I believe I go first. I'll just check. Well, that's the card I decided I'm going to put as my title. I'm just going to use that as a 6x4, and then I've got some yellow paper that I'm going to put at the top to write week 28. Again, there wasn't many 6x4s that had space to put anything, but because of the, this was a 6x6, I had the extra 2 inches at the top that I could put some writing on. So this is surprisingly what I'm going to do now. I normally leave my title cards to the end, but I'm just going to cut these out now, I guess. So yeah, so I put that let the sea set you free, just because, as I said, it's a week of a holiday, so I thought it was quite suiting for that. And then I use on this sticker sheet, there's like a little border, like it's like a wave effect border, and I thought that was quite cute, so I stuck that at the top. And then I used my inks, my StazOn ink in Midnight Blue, I think it's called, to write week 28, but I think I do that at the end because I don't have my inks and stuff there. So yes, I'll just leave it as that for the time being. Sorry. Just so I can, imagine what I'm going to do on that page. So yeah, so this photo here, we were driving around the area, and she actually ended up at this sign, and obviously it says Corfu, which I thought was quite fitting because obviously that's where it was, and I really liked it, so I wanted to print that off and put it in the album. So I'm just going to use some basic paper for the background, and I just stick the photo. At first I stick it at the bottom, but then I'm like, nope, I need it at the top, so I put it at the top, and then I use the rest of the border from up, what I used on my 6x4 card at the top for the title card. I use that at the bottom, just to sort of use that up. And then I want to try and find something to go at the top, just because there's quite a lot of space where the sky is. And so there's these little tabs from the cut aparts, little like rectangular tabs, and I just think they're really cute. So I use the one that says Just Another Day in Paradise. I just put some washi tape at the behind it. I just move it a little bit because I stuck it way too, can't even see it, so I moved it a little bit, and put the little tab there, and I just stuck a little starfish sticker on the side. And then at the bottom, because there's a lot of space at the bottom, I didn't really need to do too much journaling because, as I said, I am doing a full travel album, so the week speaks for itself. We're on holiday, so I didn't feel like I needed to save loads of space for journaling. So instead I use this car sticker. Well, it's a car. I was going to say it's almost like a camper van, but it is a car. And I use that to put at the bottom because we were driving when we were going past this sign. We hired the car for 2 days, so that was quite fitting to have that. And again, I just put a few little starfish stickers around. So then the last page is just it's actually, I should have made this bigger. I don't know why I did this the way that I did, but it's actually a print from my Canon selfie. I put two photos together, one of the beach and then one of us together at the beach, but it came out quite small. In hindsight, I probably would have printed a full 6x4 and then maybe a smaller picture of us. I'm not sure, but I don't mind it. It's fine. It made me use up another 3x4 card, so it worked out, but it's just a little bit smaller than I expected it to be. So I stuck the pictures at the top, and then I'm going to use a 3x4 card that says Summer Days at the bottom, and I just use some stickers basically to embellish the page. So I stick the 3x4 card underneath. I put some washi tape along the whole bottom edge. That's what I was doing. So I put the 3x4 card along there, and then I just use some of the stickers just to sort of fill the gap. So I use a big palm tree sticker and a SPF sun cream bottle, because obviously we're at the beach and putting sun cream on and things because it was really, really warm, really warm. So yes, and then I just put some few little stickers, so a little flower sticker and a word sticker that says Seize the Day. So yeah, so we enjoyed the beach. We went quite a few times actually. We actually preferred it over the pool because the pool was quite hot, and at the beach you got a bit of a breeze, so that was quite nice. So yeah, so that is that, and that's pretty much all I do for the pockets for this side. And then, as I said, I will go back to my title card, and this is where I get my inks and stuff. So I use the Stays On in blue. I'm starting to use my ink a lot more for titles, purely because sometimes I like to put the actual word week rather than WK, but also my alphas, I don't have them all in the colours that I want. I don't have any dark blue alphas. I don't think I've got much blue alphas at all, so it only made sense to use my inks. So yeah, so I'm just going to use these fonts, and I like these fonts. It's quite a quirky sort of one, and the dark blue matches the writing and the colours actually of most of the cut parts in this collection, so it went really well. So I'm just going to stamp them on here. You can see that I'm literally cleaning them as I stick them back onto the plastic, because Stays On ink literally stays on, so it is really hard to, once it's if you let it dry, it's quite hard to get it off again. And so they're not clean whatsoever. Like, these alpha stamps are quite messy, but they're not contaminated with different colours when I use them. So that's the main thing. I do try and wipe off as much ink as I can. To be fair, on that alpha sticker, the messiness is actually on the plastic. It's not on the actual stamps themselves. So I like these ones because they actually have numbers as well with them. So I'm going to put obviously 28. And then I just use my stamp to put the 10th until the 16th of July. And then that is pretty much all I do on this one. So the next obviously layout will be just obviously more pictures of the holiday. I've actually yet to still do my Venice album, which we went on in May. I've literally just finished Barcelona. And I had some bits from a UK trip that we went on to do, and then that should be finished hopefully this week. Then I can move on to Venice, which is a big trip. I have 180 photos from Venice, and then 140, I think, from Corfu. So, yeah, I'm still quite behind, and I actually go on holiday again in 4 weeks' time. So, yeah. I'm probably I'm making the most of the fact that we're not in lockdown anymore. We can actually travel, so I will always catch up on my scrapbooking at some point. So I'm not gonna get too worried about it. It's a hobby at the end of the day, and I love doing them. So yeah, so that is everything. So I hope you enjoyed this part, and I'll be back with part 2 shortly. Thank you very much. Bye.